So there seems to be a bit of a confusion in Westminster this week as the Rishi Sunak's government are announcing all these projects that started under Boris Johnson in the name of levelling up. As we get closer to the election, you're going to hear more about certain constituencies, especially in the Red Wall, getting new funding, new money from the taxpayer, because then the local candidates and all these MPs could go and campaign and say, look what I've done as your local MP. I've secured this local investment in the name of levelling up. At the same time, especially today and yesterday, we've been hearing a lot about it. They're releasing all these news stories about investments around the country. But Rishi Sunak's government, they are also sending out internal memos to their own members and MPs to stop using the phrase. So it's not the first time they've erased Boris Johnson from history. Last week, when there was a bit of another confusion where Grant Shapps' office accidentally wiped out, but erased Boris from a photo. They've basically airbrushed him and they photoshopped him out of a group photo. That was dealt with. It wasn't really a serious matter. Now, the whole concept of leveling up, that's the actual slogan, is apparently going to go away. So that's Boris's legacy, that slogan. And Rishi Sunak, when he stood for leadership of the Tory party, he stood on the platform of, I'm going to be protecting this slogan. It's a very good slogan, best slogan in the history of all slogans. Things are changing, ladies and gentlemen. Because one Tory MP has now told the Times that the leadership of Downing Street have now advised them to instead use these potential slogans: stepping up, gauging up, or enhancing communities. Oh my dear God, I thought you can't get worse than levelling up. Levelling up was cringy, no one knows what it means, it's just vague, but we are used to it now. Stepping up, what on earth is stepping up? Okay, I mean, it's the same definition, but it's just different word. Gauging up, oh. What was the other one? Enhancing communities. It's like primary school stuff. It's so embarrassing. We had another Tory MP actually speaking to the Times saying the session is about language and they want us to still point to the projects, but levelling up as a phrase, well, it's clear that no one knows what it actually means. Well, it's your fault. The whole party and the whole government, they came up with it. Nobody in the country cares. All they care about is to make sure that there is enough economic growth to have actual business freedom for people to have jobs and have businesses. At the same time, strong frontline public services for their local areas when it comes to transport, health and education, and strong defense and a strong border. That's all you have to do and the country will operate. You don't have to go create nanny state. You don't have to spend taxpayers' money on campaigns to brainwash people and say, well, can you wash your hands for 20 seconds? Or can you turn off the light when you leave your bedroom? Or can you not smoke? Can you not have cake in the office? Just stop this nonsense. And people don't want that. People want to be left alone. People want to make sure that the government is there to help them as a safety net if things get bad and protect the country. Sort out the housing crisis, for the love of God. Anyway, I need a break because today's just been too much for me. It's so much doom and gloom in the news, but some of them are just ridiculous news stories. I don't want to talk about them, but they are quite important to mention as we get closer to the next election. We don't want the socialist side to get empowered, but we don't want the Tories to go to the left either. But it's too late. Anyway, let me know what you think. I'm Maya Tousi and we are the media.